Hi friends, today we are going to see the past year NEET questions for the chapter Plant Growth and Development, and in this video we will cover part 4. Now let's begin with the first question here. Movement of auxin is dash. So you're given 4 options here, and this question was asked in the year 1994. Here you have centripetal, basipetal, acropetal, both B and C. The correct answer is both B and C. Why? If you see auxins, what is auxin first? It's a growth. It is a growth factor, or you can say a factor which helps in plant development, right? Plant development, etc. They have many functions, but the major function is towards the plant development. When we talk about plant development, we have lots of functions, cell elongation and so many other things. Now here the movement of auxin is both basipetal and acropetal. Auxins are synthesized at the tip of the shoot, okay, and then it is transported to the base, hence it is basipetal. And what you mean by acropetal? Acropetal is a growth or development where the upward movement, we're talking about the upward from the base or the point of attachment. Here the movement of dissolved substance is outwards or towards the shoot and root apices. Therefore the correct answer to this question is option D, both B and C. Here you can see the bending. Auxin collects to the shady place. This is an example that we often see throughout this chapter and a very prominent question also. Therefore the correct answer is option D. Okay, next question here. Auxetic growth is dash. What is an auxetic growth do? So again this question was asked in the year 1994. See, 3 types of growth are present in the multicellular animals. What is it? We have 3 types. Okay, what are the 3 types? The first one, auxetic growth will increase in cell volume only and not in number. Multiplication growth increase in number and not in volume. While we talk about the last one, accretory growth, where the growth is due to the middle division of some special type of cells occurring in specific locations of the body. So it is specific growth. Therefore the correct answer is auxetic growth is an increase in cell volume only. Okay, so here you have accretionary growth, multiplication growth and auxetic growth. We exhibit a plant. When we talk about multicellular animals, they exhibit 3 types of growth. One is auxetic, multiplication and accretionary growth. So auxetic growth is increase in cell volume only and not in number. Okay, therefore the correct answer is option A. Next question here. What is a stress hormone or the hormone produced during adverse environmental condition? This is again a very easy question for you. This is a repetitive question that we've already seen in the earlier parts. Now, what is a stress harm? What is stress basically? See, when we talk stress in terms of plants, it is always referred to unfavorable conditions. Okay, unfavorable condition. That is, the plant will undergo certain adverse conditions like drought, or there is no proper water system, there is no proper sunlight, or there is no sunlight at all. These are all the adverse conditions that the plant will experience. So at that condition, the plant should be able to withstand that stress. Okay, immediately the plant will not die. It will try to withstand that pressure or the stress, and later on when the pressure or the stress goes beyond the level, then the plant dies. But immediately the plant will not die. That withstand power comes from the stress hormone that is released from the plant body, and that is nothing but the abscisic acid. It is also called the stress hormone, which works in adverse conditions when there is low water content in the atmosphere, or drought conditions, or no sunlight. This causes the stomatal closure. So what happens? How does it prevent? What does this stress hormone do? It causes the stomatal closure. What do you mean by closure? It will keep the stomata closed so that it will prevent the water loss, further water loss from the system. Therefore the correct answer to this question is option D. Easy question. Next question here. The regulator which retards aging or senescence of plant parts is called as dash. This is again an easy question for you, and already discussed one in this chapter. Yes, the correct answer is cytokine. Cytokine help in retaining the chlorophyll, hence they delay the aging in plants. a very important thing. Apart from that, any other information that I can share about cytokinins, that they are also called as what? A class of plant growth substances. What are they called as? Plant growth substances, and sometimes called as phytohormones. They promote cell division in plant roots and shoots. They are involved primarily in cell growth and differentiation, but also affect the apical dominance, axillary bud growth, and leaf essence. So which is leaf aging? The correct answer to this question is option A. And to your right side you have a molecular structure of cytokinin. Okay, next question here. Cytokinins dash. I just now spoke about it, right? What are they? They are also abbreviated as CK. Abbreviated as CK. They are a class of plant growth substances which are also called as phytohormones that promote the cell division or cytokinesis. Apart from that, what is the function of cytokinins? They are a plant hormones that cause increased cell division. Okay, increased cell division by stimulating the process of mitosis. They are made naturally by plants but have been synthesized by humans as well. Increased mitosis results in plant growth and formation of shoots and buds, as well as help in the development of fruits and seeds. Therefore, cytokinin, what do? They help in retain chlorophyll. That is why the aging process is retarded. It is slowed down. Therefore, the correct answer to this question is option C. They cause the delay of aging, which is called as Richmond-Lang effect. This is a phenomena in which the mature leaves lose chlorophyll, turn yellow, and fall off. So they delay that process. Cytokinin will delay the aging process. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. Next question here. Apical dominance is caused by dash. Very easy question for you to answer. Cytokinin will actually prevent apical dominance. But what is apical mean? Before that, what is apical? It denotes to the tip or the terminal. Okay, now apical dominance is a phenomena where the main central stem of the plant, okay, see which part will be dominant here. If you see, the central stem will be dominant. That is, it grows more strongly than the other side stems on the branch of the main stem, and the branch is further dominant over the side ones. See, the center one, you have branches, right? This is how a plant grows. This center part will become strong when compared to the side ones. So the center one will become the dominant one when compared to the side branches. So this is the apical dominance. And how is it caused? If you see, typically a shoot has leaves attached to a stem. We all know that, right? Apical dominance is thought to be caused by the apical bud producing IAA. So what does this contribute to? Auxin. Auxin only produces indole acetic acid, right, in abundance. This auxin is transported basipetally from the apical bed, thereby causing the center one to become more stronger than the side ones. Therefore, it becomes apical dominance. The correct answer to this question is option D, auxin in shoot tip. When more amount of IAA, indole acetic acid, when it is produced in abundance, automatically the center one becomes a strong one when compared to the lateral ones. So this apical dominance is caused by the auxin in the shoot tip. Okay, next question here. Bananas can be prevented from over ripening by dash. This is again an easy question for you, which was asked in the year 1992. So when we talk about ripening, we have ethylene. So here they are asking us, how can we prevent ripening? They are not asking us how can we go for ripening, but they are asking us how to prevent ripening. When we go for ripening, we can use ethylene. Now to prevent that, we will use ascorbic acid. Okay, ascorbic acid is an organic acid with an antioxidant property. Its appearance is white to light yellow crystals, or even you find it in powder form. It is a water soluble acid. Okay, it is a water soluble acid. The L-enantiomer of ascorbic acid is commonly known as vitamin C that we inculcate in our diet. Ascorbic acid is easily oxidized and also used as a reductant in photographic developer solution, and also used as a preservative sometimes. So bananas can be prevented from over ripening by dipping them in ascorbic acid solution. This will delay the ripening process. Therefore, the correct answer to this question is option C. Okay, next question here. The hormone responsible for apical dominance is dash. Just now we discussed in the earlier question about apical dominance, where I explained that the central stem will become stronger than the side ones. The central stem will become stronger than the lateral ones. And this is because of the auxin that is produced at the shoot tip. Right, so what did I tell you there? I told you when indole acetic acid, which is IAA, which is produced in lot or in abundance, will cause this dominance to occur. Therefore, the hormone responsible for the apical dominance is IAA, which is indole 3 acetic acid. Okay, easy question in fact. Okay, abscisic acid causes dash. Again, this is an easy question for you. And we also know that abscisic acid is also called as a stress hormone, right? What happens during this condition or adverse condition or unfavorable condition? The plant will experience a situation where it might face low water content, or it can go for low mineral content, something or the other, where the plant is not happy about. During that condition, it becomes a stress for the plant to withstand that condition. So at that time, the abscisic acid will cause the stomatal closure. Okay, it is called as stomatal closure. Once the stomata closes, it prevents the water to be leaked out. Okay, water to be leaked out will be prevented. It prevents further water loss. Therefore, abscisic acid causes stomatal closure. Easy question, right? Okay, next question here. Hormone primarily connected with the cell division. This is again an easy question for you, because see, these questions which we are seeing in this part are easy ones because we are going on with repetitive questions. Yes, hormone that is involved in cell division is cytokinin. The most important function of cytokinin is present. It is in the promotion of cell division. They are now established as true cell division factors. Cytokinin is also called as zetin. Zetin is a cytokine present in the corn. Okay, so you don't have to get confused. When you talk about cell division, primary contribution or the major contribution is from cytokinin. Okay, and we know that cytokinin is abbreviated as CK, and it's the major and it's also called as phytohormones, which helps in cytokinesis, not just in plants, even in multicellular organisms like humans. We have the same system of cytokinesis following. Okay, therefore the correct answer to this question is option C. Okay, next question here. Which of the following movement is not related to the auxin level? Okay, which is not related to the auxin level? See, bending of shoot towards light is auxin. It is related to the auxin level. Movement of roots towards the soil is once again related to auxin level. What do you mean by nistic? That is fantastic. You would have heard words like this. Now this is nictenastic. Okay, nictenastic leaf movements. Movement of sunflower head tracking the sun is also right, but the wrong one is the option C. All movements except the nictenastic movement, which are related to auxin. Okay, nictenastic is the sleeping movement. They relate to the sleeping movement. So which movement is not related to auxin level? Option C. It relates to the sleeping movement of sleeps, and this is due to the diurnal changes, that is the changes in the day and light. Therefore, the one which is not related to the auxin level is option C, nictenastic leaf movement. Okay, while the rest of the other three movements are related to the auxin level. Okay, easy question, but this you have to remember. Nictenastic is the day and light movement, the sleeping movement they will call it as. Okay, next question here. Phototrophic and geotrophic movements are linked to dash. So you have four questions here. I mean, four options here. Gibberellins, enzymes, cytokinins, auxins. So before we go into the answer, first we will discuss what is auxin. I'll give you a brief introduction of what is auxin. Auxin are a set of plant hormones, okay, plant hormones with some morphogen-like structures. Auxins play a cardinal role in coordination of many growth and behavioral processes in plant life cycles, and they are essential for the plant body development. So when we talk about phototrophic and geotrophic movement, it contributes to auxin. They promote, what are the factors it promotes? To stem elongation. Okay, I have the list. I'll tell you. Stem elongation. They inhibit the growth of lateral buds. They are produced in stem, buds and root tips. They produce curving of plant, a very important function. Curving of plant, that's shady. It will bend towards a shady area, right? So the main function of the auxin is to help the plants grow. They stimulate the plant cells to elongate, and the apical meristem of the plant is one of the main places where the auxin is produced. So phototrophic and geotrophic movements are related to auxin. Phototrophic movement, photo means light, and geotrophic is while geotrophism is a plant response to the gravity of the earth. So both are contributed from the auxin side. Okay, next question here. Abscisic acid controls dash. Again, this is an easy question for you. You have four options given here, and we already saw abscisic acid is also called as a stress hormone. Abscisic acid, is the name suggested, and it is causes abscission due to which the leaves fall. It also acts as a growth inhibitor and induces the bud dormancy in various plants. So abscisic acid controls the leaf fall and dormancy. The correct answer is option B. Okay. Highest auxin concentration occurs in growing tips dash. So again, this is a repetitive question. So you're given four options here. We already saw about this apical dominance where the auxin is produced at the tip in abundance. Did we see that? Yes. Likewise, high auxin concentration will actually occur in the tips. Therefore, the correct answer is in growing tips. Highest concentration of the axis occur at growing tips. That was proved by Wendt. Okay, Dr. F. Wendt, we can say, in the year 1928 by his experiment with a plant, coleoptile. Right, so that's what they've given here with the example of coleotype where Wendt carried out this experiment. It was demonstrated that auxins are synthesized in the tips and then translocated downwards when they cause growth. Therefore, the correct answer to this question is option A. See, these kind of questions you'll be given hints where certain keywords which will actually give you the answer. So when you talk about the highest concentration, we already saw an example for apical dominance where auxin are produced in the tips. So you can relate that and answer this. Okay, next question here. Morning grass lawn facilitates better maintenance because they're talking about the mowing grass. Okay, what do you mean by mowing grass? Have you ever heard about mowing grass? See, you're given four options here, right? Mowing grass is what I say, you would have seen in over large areas or in any office areas, business areas, you have grass lawn, right? Is mowing good for grass? Mowing actually helps to make your grass grow thicker because the tip of each blade contains a hormone that suppresses the horizontal growth. When they cut down the lawn, they remove these tips, allowing the grass to spread, grow, and thicker near the roots. So that is the main reason why they do mowing of grass. Mowing is to cut, where they trim everything. So mowing is actually helping you or helping the grass grow thicker. Okay, so here they are asking us, mowing grass facilitates better maintenance because of what? See, apical dominance is a common observation in vascular plants. If apical meristem is intact and growing, the growth of the lateral tip is suppressed. According to two people, we have Skoog and Thinman, The auxin that is synthesized in the apical meristem is translocated downwards, and it will inhibit the growth of the lateral trips. So what happens here? That is why mowing of grass lawn will facilitate better maintenance. Therefore, the correct answer is, when you remove the apical dominance, automatically the grass will grow thicker and it will spread fast, it seems. So mowing of grass lawn facilitates better maintenance because of the removal of apical dominance and stimulation of the intracranial meristem. The correct answer is option B. Okay, you must have seen people doing lawn, they try to mow the grass, and that is because to give you a very spreaded view of the grass, they grow really thicker and denser. So this is why they do that. So you have lawn mower and all in the market. Okay, so with this we complete the part 4 of plant growth and development, and this part was very easy because it was easy for us because the first 3 parts we've already discussed a lot about the questions. So this chapter is quite easy if you had gone through from the earlier part, from part 1. So hope to meet you in the next part of the same chapter. Thank you.